On everyone. So the Los Angeles Lakers are and have been in talks with the Atlanta Hawks about acquiring Dejounte Murray. A lot of the reports kind of seem like Murray is the main priority right now for the Lakers. There have been some reports that they're still talking about Zach LaVine, a Zach LaVine trade. Maybe it's possible they get both of them. You never know, right? In Rob Pelinka, we trust. But we got some new news and updates in regards to Dejounte Murray, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Lakers potentially trading Austin Reaves. So any trade for Dejounte Murray, they're going to have to trade Austin Reaves. Now, there is no doubt that Dejounte Murray is a better player than Austin Reaves, right? But I have highlighted in various videos now that it's fit. Does Dejounte Murray move the needle enough in order to make the Lakers that much better? And I've argued that it doesn't. I've argued that, yes, getting Dejounte Murray would be great, but you got to get other things, whatever those other things are, whether they're coming from the Atlanta Hawks, maybe it's a Clint Capella, maybe you're getting Capella and like Sadiq Bey, maybe you're getting, Capella and, Bogdanovich, that would be ideal. Or maybe it is, like I mentioned, a Dejounte Murray, Zach LaVine, or maybe you're getting Dejounte Murray and you're getting like Dorian Finney-Smith and Royce O'Neal, right? Maybe you're getting other pieces from several other teams. The point is that if the Lakers just basically trade Austin Reaves and whatever else for Dejounte Murray, then it's not going to really move the needle heavily, and the fit is very questionable, right? Dejounte Murray is having a great year. He's been much improved off ball compared to last year. He still isn't great, but he has been much better. Playing alongside LeBron James, you're going to play off the ball heavily. Right? Now, look, there's going to be plenty of time where Dejounte Murray is going to get to be on ball and he's going to get to play the role. But what about the other minutes, even if it's 10 minutes a game, where Dejounte Murray over the course, a minute here, 2 minutes there, a minute here, and it all adds up to 10 minutes, how does that look? Does Dejounte Murray basically become kind of irrelevant out there? Also defensively, he hasn't been good defensively. Like, it's not like we're moving defensively, this major upgrade. And now, look, I'm not saying that Dejounte Murray isn't a better defender than Austin Reaves. I do believe he is, and I do believe he can get back to being a much better defender than he has been with Atlanta. But there's no guarantee. I understand that this is a guy that was on the all-defensive team, 4 years ago or whatever, 5 years ago now? But he hasn't been the same guy since then defensively. He's dealt with injuries, right? A lot of people are like, oh, but Dejounte Murray is healthier than Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's played more minutes or have played more games the last 5 years than Murray has, right? Like things like that, I just think people fail to realize. And we only have the information that we have currently to go off of, right? We all have the hopes and the dreams and the thoughts of, oh, Dejounte Murray comes to the Lakers. He continues to shoot 38% from three. He continues to work well off ball. He can be a secondary playmaker. When LeBron goes to the bench, he can handle all the duties. He's been excellent. He's been excellent at just the mid-range and being a difficult shot maker. He's in like the 80 percentile this year. He's been actually very good at that, but he struggles finishing around the rim. And we don't know if he will get better defensively. So there are questions of how much of an upgrade is Dejounte Murray. Again, we all hope and believe that he will be a better fit and he will be an upgrade. But there's no real guarantee. And the Lakers have really one shot at this. They're very limited on assets. They're very limited on resources. So the Lakers have to make sure that this is the best move possible. And it looks like the Lakers have some skepticism that this may not be the best move possible. So per Dan Woke of the Los Angeles Times, the Los Angeles Lakers have shown no interest in trading Reeves. One name that has popped up recently as being an interest to the Lakers is Atlanta Hawks guard Dejounte Murray. But Woke noted there's a real skepticism within the organization that he would move the needle for them. They have literally used the verbiage that I've been using the last couple weeks or however long it's been. Now, look, I'm not saying that they won't pull the trigger. Now, could this just be negotiation tactics to drive demand for Reeves from Atlanta, maybe convince them to give up more? Because, again, you got to get more. If me and many others can see like, hey, Dejounte Murray, it would be great, but you need more. Rob Pelinka knows the same thing too. So I would imagine that, what are you going to do? Oh yeah, sure, go ahead, take Austin Reaves. Or do you kind of push this narrative of like, no, like we don't believe, like Dejounte Murray yes, he's an upgrade, he's a better player, but how much better does he make us? And Austin Reaves, we know, works well with LeBron, works well with AD. The defensive issues are definitely an issue, but we don't want to just make a lateral movement, right? If you paint that picture and you drive that narrative, and Atlanta really does want Austin Reaves as bad as Atlanta, or reports say Atlanta does, because they have this vision of Austin Reaves and Trae Young, which, good luck defending the way Austin Reaves has played defensively. Good luck defending with Reeves and Trae Young as your backcourt. But for whatever reason, that seems to be something that they want to do. And if that's true, you don't want to just show your cards right at the beginning, right? You want to kind of play hardball. You want to kind of play stiff. You want to throw out these reports of, hey, Lakers are strong on, hey, we don't want to trade Austin Reaves. We're not going to trade Austin Reaves. We want to keep Austin Reaves, and we don't think Dejounte Murray is this great move, right? Because there have been reports that Atlanta may be interested in including other pieces. What are those other pieces, though, right? Because you got to keep in mind, if you get Dejounte Murray, you got to unload D'Angelo Russell. You do. It just doesn't make sense to keep D'Lo. Can D'Lo play the two? Sure, but that's not his position. That's not his role. It's not what he's best at, right? You're not going to get the best value off of D'Lo. And if he's not happy with his role, even if you're bringing him off the bench, whatever, he's probably leaving you in the offseason and you can't replace him. So you got to trade him. And whatever other pieces, right? Gabe Vincent, maybe you're unloading, Rui Hachimura, right? Because you got to get more than just Dejounte Murray. So what is Atlanta willing to include? What do you have to include? Because it's not just going to be Austin Reaves for Dejounte Murray. Do Lakers have to give up a first-round pick as well? Right now, you don't have any picks to go and leverage for D'Lo and Rui and Gabe Vincent for a trade. Right? But if you can do something where you give Austin Reaves up, you give up, whatever else, and maybe you could get back Sacramento's first, right? Now you have 2 firsts, a pick swap, or maybe you're giving them the pick swap and then you're getting the first, right? So it's like, okay, well now at least we have something that a team can use now rather than 6 years from now, 7 years from now, right? Like that could be something that could be interesting. You could go to the Pelicans, maybe throw them a couple seconds or something to convince them to waive next year and take this year's pick, because then that would free up other picks for swaps or trades or whatever. The Lakers can get there. The Lakers can be creative and come up with ways. Again, if I'm able to come up with, creative ways, Rob Pelinka and guys that have proven that they can will do it, right? But it's just, again, what is the cost and what are you getting? Can you get a Sadiq Bey back? Can you get a Clint Capella back, right? Because now if you can get Dejounte Murray, Sadiq Bey, and Clint Capella, that would be hard to say no to. At that point, I definitely think it's worth the risk, because now you do get marginally better. Right now, you got a guy in Clint Capella that could play alongside Anthony Davis. I'm still not sold on LeBron playing the 3, but at this point, you got to do what you got to do. So you kind of go that route. You got the 2 bigs down low, blocking shots, being effective, right? You got an upgrade at rebounding and offensive rebounds. Clint Capella is an excellent offensive rebounder, right? Good luck trying to stop that. And then you got a guy to Sadiq Bey, a legit 3-and-D guy. Although his three-point shooting can be streaky, he's still very young, and he has had years where he shot 40% from 3. So maybe you can get back to that, playing alongside LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Look at a guy like Taurean Prince. He's having his best shooting season of his career. Things like that, right? Or maybe, ideally, you could get Bogdanovich. Now you got a legit 3-point shooter, a guy that go get you 18 to 20 on any given night. Got Clint Capella, who could be a great rebounder and scorer, right? Got to get more than Dejounte Murray is the point. And if you can work it out to where you can do that, then I'm all for it, right? I still am Team LaVine. I'm still Team Zach LaVine. I just think Zach LaVine would have a bigger impact on the Lakers if you can go get an Andre Drummond, right? That would be great. I also don't think you're going to have to sell the farm to go get Zach LaVine. And you could still go flip, like if you want to do at that point and you are willing to trade Reeves, you could go flip Reeves for something else, right? Imagine if you had Reeves, like let's say you traded D'Lo, Rui, Gabe Vincent, and whatever else, right? But you kept your first, and now you have your first, you have your Austin Reeves, and then you have, like whatever, Jalen Uchafino maybe, and Max Christie or Maxwell Lewis or whatever, right? So you could get to like 15, 17 million in salary if you had to. Maybe you could include Taurean Prince, although I'd like to keep him. Right? But let's say you could get to like 20 million in salary. You go get Zach LaVine, you go get Andre Drummond. Right? Well, now maybe you could get a Dorian Finney-Smith and a Royce O'Neal and bring those guys in. And now you got Zach LaVine, Royce O'Neal, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. That starting five is tough. You got legit switchability, athleticism out on the perimeter. You got two premier 3-and-D type guys. You got Anthony Davis, LeBron James. You got Andre Drummond off the bench, right? Maybe you get lucky and Chris Paul gets bought out. He gets traded and bought out. You can bring CP3 in as your secondary playmaker. Otherwise, keep running Skylar Mays. Skylar Mays looked good in his first game with the Lakers. There's options there. But I do buy that the Lakers have skepticism about it. Again, it could just be trying to raise the price for Austin Reaves. But it could just be that the Lakers really feel that way, which is something that, again, I've expressed, I've talked about, I have tried to get through, because if the Lakers trade for Murray, that's it. There is no going, there is no, oh, well, maybe, no, like, you have one shot. And if it doesn't work out, then you're in big trouble. Now, look, you could trade Murray. He's a tradable player, but you're probably not getting anything close to what you gave up for it, just like Atlanta's not going to get anything close for what you gave up for it. And now Murray starts getting that stigma of like, can he work with other people and stuff? Like, you don't want to be in that position. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you think that the Lakers ultimately pull the trigger, get the deal done for Dejounte Murray? Do you think no? They'll look elsewhere. Do you want Murray? Do you want LaVine? Are you like me where like, yeah, I don't mind Murray if we can get other things? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot, lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.